Mr. Presiding Officer, whatever that I am going to state this morning, I take full responsibility and nothing should be taken against any one member of the council. So, Mr. Presiding Officer, this privileged speech is in connection with the scheduled meeting on October 26 to discuss matters relative to the resolution calling for a legislative inquiry on the utilization of the budget allocations for Charter Day celebration calendar year 2011 amounting to 6,761,116 pesos and 28 centavos. Notices to the chairpersons of the different activities were sent through SP Secretary, Mr. Rosindo Campos, Masters in Public Administration, dated October 21, 2011. On October 25, late in the afternoon, I called up Mr. Rosindo Campos to check if everything is set for the meeting the following day. And he informed me that up to that point of time, no one of the chairpersons submitted their liquidated statement of expenditures and that nobody confirmed their attendance to said meeting because accordingly there was no instruction from the mayor for them to do so. Mr. Presiding Officer, we celebrated the Charter Day last September 12 to 18. It's been 31 days since the culmination of the Charter Day celebration. Unexpectedly, all expenses relative to the occasion must have already been liquidated and accounted for. We need to be clarified, as it is our obligation to let the public know how these funds have been utilized. And let us be reminded that the total appropriations for Charter Day is not only 5 million, but 6,761,116 pesos and 28 centavos to be specific. Therefore, for a 7-day celebration, we were spending roughly almost 1 million per day for fanfare and festivities. While we did approve the budget to satisfy the desires of the mayor, it is now high time for him to account for every centavo of the government's money we entrusted to him. And why should it take him this long if at all everything was spent wisely and within the bounds? I was listening to his interview over the radio last week about the budget, which according to him, and I quote, "The budget is in place, the budget is in order. It was approved by the Sangguniang Panglungsod, reviewed and approved by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan." I would like to bring to the attention of this august body Appropriation Ordinance number 2011-03, and for the record, Mr. Presiding Officer, as reflected in the minutes, I was on sick leave, meaning I was not physically present when the supplemental budget number 1 was approved. The Honorable Vicencio was presiding over the session. How therefore can we be made authors and sponsors for the approval of this ordinance? I am now personally calling on the Secretariat to make the necessary correction and rectify the misrepresentation of my name as among the sponsors of this ordinance before I start filing a case for falsification of public documents. On the other hand, Mr. Presiding Officer, I have with me a copy of Sangguniang Panlalawigan Resolution number 603, series of 2011, entitled Approving in Part Ordinance number 2011-03 of the City of Islig, this province, dated July 6, 2011, and declaring in part General Fund Supplemental Budget number 01, Fiscal Year 2011 of the City operative. Supplemental Budget number 1 is a 78,686,650 pesos and 23 centavos budget. The Sangguniang Panlalawigan Resolution says, the implementation and disbursement of the reverted appropriations amounting to 37,594,748 pesos and 69 centavos shall be held in abeyance subject to the submission of the following: City Development Council Resolution reverting the appropriations under 20% Development Fund, and number 2, Sangguniang Panglungsod Resolution approving and adopting the same. Further, the reverted funds under Section 2 of the ordinance shall be specified as to their expense class and be disbursed accordingly. For all intents and purposes, Mr. Presiding Officer, the amount of 37,594,748 pesos and 69 centavos, from where the 3 million for the Saturday appropriations is taken, is disapproved, considering that since the time of receipt of said ordinance on September 27, 2011, no action was taken in compliance to the recommendation that the Sangguniang Panglungsod shall take appropriate measures to comply with the recommendations and correct the findings and furnish the body, meaning the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, by way of a resolution of ordinance or ordinance for its compliance. Otherwise, non-compliance shall be the basis for declaring future appropriations and ordinances, supplemental budgets, inoperative. If at all the budget is in order according to the mayor, or granting it is approved, certainly funds have already been spent and exhausted, and the mayor, by command responsibility over the chairpersons, has to account for every centavo spent out of the Saturday appropriation. We need to be clarified on the following issues, and I would like to be corrected if I am wrong on the collections made for the entrance fees of 100 pesos per person during the conduct of the boxing match, and where have the collections gone? What happened to the 500,000 pesos appropriations for t-shirts? How many of the 2,500 pieces of t-shirts as proposed by the committee were distributed? How was the Uli Bis League conducted? With an appropriation of 1 million, how many Bisliganons came home for the affairs? And a lot more activities covering the 7-day period. And what about the peace and order condition in the city? The entire Bislig City community is in grief and mourning over the brutal killing and untimely death of a highly respected person, a high-ranking government official, the late board member, Rafael Masangkay Bidoya. His killing is probably a stern warning na wala na isang tuhon diri sa Bislig, bisan pa kung asa kagikan nga tang-an nga pamilya. Unsa naman ang nahitabo sa atong seguridad? Wala na'y kalinaw o kahapsay ang atong pagpuyo. The killing of the late board member Bidoya and the previous killings of innocent people, including the late Glenn Abilia, are glaring manifestations that violence and terrorism have overrun and overtaken this city. Nobody is safe from people who would not mind bisan kinsa ang maligsan. And who will be next? Any one of us. You and me. God forbid. And to whom shall we run for protection? How I wish to the mayor, whom I feel doesn't even feel secured, as manifested in the so many armed men surrounding him. And where shall we seek refuge when even the sanctity of the house of worship has become the firing grounds for brutal killings, violence, and terrorism? In closing, Mr. Presiding Officer, I would like to challenge each and every member of this council. Let us stand by the PCL creed. When we have nobody to run to, let us hold hands together to protect the interests of our constituents. Call for justice for the brutal killings of the late Glenn Abilia, board member Rafi Bidoya, and the other innocent victims. And the biggest challenge of all times, to put an end to violence and terrorism in this city. When there is nobody for us to cling to, we only have each other to lean on. Nobody else will feel the pain for the loss of a brother as much as we do, because only a Bisliganon will love a Bisliganon. No other, no one else. God save Bislig. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.